Hi! In this video I will show you how you can use our spatial audio experiments or examples here in the playlist for you and your acoustic 3D arrangement, no matter what art form, and train your artistic skills accordingly. I will explain the intention behind these examples and what you should pay attention to. To do this, however, you need to understand our sometimes radically different perspective on the subject of 3D audio, which is intended to enable a completely different kind of artistic work than what is often discussed or not discussed in this subject area. Video premises.
You're listening right now through the ears of this person wearing the red cap.
Headphones as a medium of reception allow very intimate sound situations to be placed directly around the listener's head. The further away something is to be heard, the more difficult it is to keep the sound localizable using this technique. The opposite is true for the multi-channel loudspeaker system. The aim is therefore not only to show the detail how exactly different sounds behave in the listening sphere of the listener, what physical and psychological hearing limitations the recipient has in practice, but also to show what basic artistic applications there are in which artistic skills are used to overcome or exploit localization problems. The main focus, however, and not least the reason for the video you are watching, is the ability to strategically plan, choreograph or compose acoustic arrangements in space for the two ears of the listener as an overall arrangement and to leave as little as possible to chance, and not just for the audio producer, but also for everyone else involved, such as a director, author, performer or musician. We have also usually opted for a simple dummy head microphone because it reveals very raw and immediate acoustic mechanisms that you also encounter in artificial arrangements. Conversely, it allows tangible mechanisms to be demonstrated and anticipated, such as placing a sound barrier between the sound object and the listener, which in some cases cannot yet be probably recreated in an artificial space. Handle the example videos. So, when you see the sound examples, it's always about exploring a sonic impression and remembering its parameters and behavior over time. The challenge with a lot of 3D audio listening and production is that you quickly get used to the 3D effect and lose the ability to judge proportions and effects. So, you underestimate or overestimate the first listener, but also the proportionality to other sound situations. At the same time, it is also about the basic concept of the spatial setting, which means in which constellations and movement patterns sound objects are placed in relation to each other and in relation to the listener over a period of time and what additional effects this has. An experimental setup, such as in the video, associative hearing, may seem almost banal, but it nevertheless conveys both an acoustic movement that needs to be examined qualitatively and the basic concept of a sound that is sovereign in the terms of content in relation to the visuals. You can use this as an impetus to think further conceptually. You can also use the videos to quickly explain something to an outsider. The listening exercises, how to listen to 3D audio, in combination with the questions according to R. Murray Schaffer, should give you the opportunity to ask targeted questions about three-dimensional listening and to apply this in turn to the experiments or your own creations in order to check them. We also try to name special features under each video. In context, as you may have heard, new technical tools, algorithms, plugins, apps and hardware have been around for not too long, making it easier and easier to arrange and publish 3D audio. The basic 3D techniques, such as dummy head microphones, ambisonics and multi-channel systems, are very old, but rarely used. More on this in another video. The important thing is that companies like Apple and Dolby or Netflix and Sennheiser are pushing 3D audio content into the mass market under the buzzword spatial audio and other terms, even if more and more different end devices are certified with Dolby Atmos, for example, it is usually about the simple stereo headphones that many of us have integrated into our everyday lives and that enable us to listen to 3D audio content without any further barriers. Our current experiments, examples and listening exercises are therefore generally designed and made for headphones. Of course, we also work on other things in the background. From our perspective, it is also the case that neither producers nor listeners have a major 3D listening culture that allows seriously differentiated 3D listening, allows sufficiently comparable audio material to be recalled from memory, or discusses the general three-dimensional listening experience in depth, whether with or without technical aids. Only recent trends, such as 8D music, ASMR or binaural soundscapes, are slowly and carefully creating an initial, more widespread idea of and preference for it. We basically set ourselves the task of meeting these conditions strategically, meaning conceptually. To you, we will try to make more of these videos in the future. We would be very happy if you could give us feedback on what else you need, want to know, or already know, and would like to contribute. Feel free to write to us in the comments. Support us with a like and follow us for lots more information about three-dimensional sound. We look forward to hearing from you.